Chilling up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the brothers and the sisters, cooling out, having fun, drinking yayan with Yahweh Shai up in the kingdom, yeah.
Who are we? Israel! Then who are we? Israel! Can't hear you!
Israel.
Who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.
I said, who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
And welcome to the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. If you don't know where we're at, it's right there on the screen. New location. We're still getting the school beautified, bit by bit. It's coming together. I'm liking this space. Our class times are still the same. We still got school going on in Norfolk, Virginia. Kazakh is holding it down, and Shaquat, their class times are the same as they're on the poster. And Zion is holding it down in Rochester, New York. You got Awar, Samshawan, and Dawayad holding it down in San Antonio. And then in Albuquerque, you got Banabad and Mashaba holding it down. So check out all the schools. The class times and days are there on the poster and the addresses. The blog talk is still popping with Mashaba. So that's blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. Taza Pavi on there, Banabad, Mashaba. So check them out. Good classes, good edifications. We got other YouTube channels. You know, if you're subscribed to this one, of course, you'll see all the other ones listed underneath it. So check them out. Kids class every Sunday is it still at 1 p.m.? Or did it change to 2?
It's at 2.
Okay, so kids class is now going to be at 2 p.m. on Sundays. So tune in at 2 p.m. Sundays for kids class. All right, Israel Wear is back to accepting orders. You can get your Fringed Up subscription popping. You can get your custom garment popping. So just hit them up at fringedup.com. ISBHPK.com/fringed up, and they'll set you up. We got Hebrew Academy in Rochester and in Virginia. Rochester every Monday, every Tuesday here in Houston, and every Wednesday in Virginia. If you need to reach a priest or teacher, you can reach Priest Kazakia at 757-300-4047. And you can reach Priest Quatazap at 303-557-8979. We do have a business that would like to ask you to support, only if you like smelling good. You know, it's called Sweet Ambiance. You can check us out online. We got your aromatherapeutic oils. You got your frankincense and myrrh. You got your creeds. Got your polos. So check us out. If you like smelling good, hit us up, and we can even get you a custom mix from the site. So check it out. It's pretty dope. And there's also monthly subscriptions you can sign up for. So you can just keep a different scent rolling in every month. If you want to make any donations or alms or offerings, you can put that in a Wells Fargo account. That info's there on the screen. We can also accept Zelle and Cash App. If you want to mail any items to the school, books, pens, papers, apocryphas, Bibles, dictionaries, please hit up Priest Quatazap. He'll give you a good address where you can mail those items. That's it for the announcements.
Does anybody have any questions or anything like that? First of all, shalom. Shalom, everybody. We're going to get right into it because tonight's class got a lot of meat to it. So we've got a lot of scriptures in there we got to get over. So let's go right in. The title of the class is Hurt People, Hurt People. Yep, it's twice. Hurt people, hurt people. As we go through the class, you're going to see what I'm talking about, but basically we're saying exactly what it says. People that are hurt, they hurt other people. You understand? The reason I'm going over this, a lot of y'all are going to be in a position, and I wish some others were here, but a lot of y'all are going to be in a position as you try to tell people about the truth, as you try to talk to friends, family, things like that. That you're trying to help, you're trying to save, you're trying to do right by them, but all they've known is hurt. Again, we all fit on on this sign. We fit under the 12 tribes of Israel, so we know what's historically and even presently happening to the 12 tribes, right? So-called Negroes, the West Indians, the Haitians, the Dominicans, the Panamanians. You can watch the news and see all the tribes going through it. Okay? Going through some kind of oppression, some kind of torture, some kind of torment, some kind of some murder, some rape, some robbery, some missing, some whatever. We got our Gadite brothers and sisters, the Native Americans. They got the MMIW, missing, murdered, and indigenous women. They got their movement with the red hand over the mouth. That's their movement for all the missing, murdered, and indigenous women that go missing every year.
They're like the most missing in America.
Yeah, they report to the cops. Nobody says nothing. Nobody cares. The cops don't look. You got our Issachar brothers on the border. Kids disappearing. Kids getting separated from parents. People not seeing their family members anymore, right? And nobody cares. So-called Negro. Kidnapped, murdered, raped, all these things. Historically, we're the biggest ones. Right, we're the biggest ones that have been through slavery. We've been through the Ku Klux Klan. We've been through police brutality. Okay? So we know what's happening with our tribes, with God's chosen people that are the 12 tribes of Israel scattered throughout North, Central, and South America today. So we're all going through this, and you got to understand that these are the people we're set to save. These are the people that Christ said, "Go deal with them, go help them." Okay? So when you're doing that, you got to know it's like trying to help an animal out of a bear trap. You know what I mean? When you go, has anybody ever tried that before? No. Has anybody ever dealt with a hurt animal, an animal that got ran over or is still alive or anything like that? How'd that go?
It was hard. It was hard to do. My dog got hit by a car, and I had to try to give her aid myself.
Yeah.
And she had to, it was hard to deal with.
And that was your dog, so she obviously let you approach her and all that, right? Now, when it's not your dog, have any of y'all dealt with any animals like that? Where it's not yours? What's that?
One time there was a stray dog and it was all beat up and you could see like the limbs.
How'd that go?
We just gave it some food.
Oh, yeah?
And then
Okay, so that was okay, right? You fed it and it rolled out, right? Did it thank you? Huh? I mean, like it actually said thank you. Did it bring you anything back? Nah? Okay, so you got nothing in return for that.
besides food.
Just poop. Perfect analogy for what I'm going to talk about. What's that?
I tried to help a dog that was hurt, and they ended up biting me.
Boom. And that's the point I'm making. That's generally the kind of experience people have, is that the animal ends up trying to hurt you. That animal's in a hurt position, and it doesn't understand that you're there to help. It only knows the pain, and it blames it on you. You're the first one it sees, so you must have did it, right? Anything you're gonna do must be gonna add to that pain, because it's in a position of pain. Okay?
It's a lack of understanding of the intention.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Because I'm in an animal that's trapped is in a vulnerable state, so they're automatically going to be on guard, and they're not going to understand the intention that you're coming when you're reaching towards it to help it. They're thinking that I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're trying to hurt me.
Got to be on my guard. Got to defend myself in any way necessary to keep surviving, right? And then you look at our people. All we know is hurt, and by who?
Sure.
Yeah, mostly us. We the ones killing each other. We the ones shooting each other, robbing each other. You know what I mean? It ain't the, you don't see the yuppie white man going to our neighborhoods and trying to stick us up. Nah, it's usually our own people. Okay? You watch World Star Hip Hop, you see a brother roll up on another brother, pull a gun out, blow his brains out in front of a mini mart. That ain't racial discrimination and all this stuff. That's brothers on brothers. Okay? So it's generally our own people that's doing us the pain. So who are we on our guard against? Our own people, right? And guess what? That's you. That's you prophets. That's you teachers that's going to get sent out there to go teach our people that look just like you. So that's what angle I'm coming from. That's what angle the class is coming from. It says hurt people, hurt people. We're going to go to 1 Samuel 17, start at verse 20. A little background on the story. All right, the sister's going to need some help. A little background on the story. You got David. You know, he's out watching sheep. Goliath has been challenging all of Israel for over a month. Just out there in the valley talking all kind of mess, daring any Israelite to step to him. Right? Talking against the God of Israel, talking about the nation of Israel, talking about how weak we are, how we can't beat the Philistines. Just out there talking mess for a solid month. And challenging anybody to come and take him. Now, Goliath, it says he was 8 cubits in a span, so he was a good 16 feet tall. Plus some. You understand? 16 feet tall. That's 2 shacks and a foot. Huh?
6 cubits.
Huh?
6 cubits.
He was 6 cubits in a span? Okay, so he was 12 feet. 12 feet tall. Still big, right? So you're dealing with at least a 12-foot dude out there yelling at Israel for a solid month. All right? So David comes on the scene. He just came from watching the sheep. His father said, look, go take your brothers. They out there on the front line against this Philistine. Go take them some figs, some cheese, some things to sustain them, you know, so they can eat while they're out there on the battlefront. All right? Now, his brothers didn't go fight the Philistine. They've been out there a solid month listening to all this. So they ain't fought, right? They ain't going out there to challenge him. They haven't stood up for anybody against the workers of iniquity. Psalms 94:16, right? They ain't doing that. But here comes David, and he hears what's going on. And he's like, who's this uncircumcised Philistine? Let me go whoop this dude. He ain't going to talk against the Most High like that. He ain't going to talk against Israel like that. So he's ready. He's hyped. He's ready to go out there and take him down, right? Now, David is a youth. It said David was a youth. He was ruddy, meaning he was fresh-faced. He still had his baby face on. Okay? So he didn't look like nothing. He didn't look like no warrior. He didn't look like he'd been fighting people. He didn't look like he should be talking any kind of mess. Okay? So that's leading up to this part of the story right here. Let's go to 1 Samuel 17 and 20. You're going to read through 28.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 20. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench.
So Jesse is David's father. Jesse is the one that told him to go bring the food to his brothers. Go ahead.
As the host was going forth to the fight.
Right, so he went to the trenches as they were about to go out to they were getting ready to fight. Go ahead.
And shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines have put the battle in array.
Right, so back in the day, you would line up your battle fronts, you know, enemy versus enemy. They would just line up at each other, facing each other. Go ahead.
Army against army.
God.
And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren. And as he talked with them, behold.
Wait, he came and saluted who?
His brethren.
Some enemies?
His brethren.
Some other nations.
His brethren.
His brothers. Okay?
God.
So everybody's with me, right?
God.
Go ahead.
And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the men, fled from him and were sore afraid. And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up.
Right, so up until this point, the Philistines have kind of been rolling over us. They made it so we couldn't even have weapons. All right, so at this point, the reason they're running is they don't have any weapons. The Philistines all have weapons, but they were ruling over Israel. They were more mighty than Israel, so they outlawed us from having weapons. All you could have was farm tools. You understand? So we got all these brothers out there lined up like they want to go to battle, but they don't have no weapons. And here comes this giant Philistine. He been talking mess for a month. He got his shield, giant shield, and he got a giant spear. You understand? So he got weapons. So nobody wants to fight this dude. Go ahead.
And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches.
So the king put it out. King Saul, he said, listen, if anybody beats this Philistine, if anybody could shut this man up, I'm gonna make you rich. Go ahead.
And will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel.
Right, so you ain't paying taxes, you get a princess for a wife, and you'll be like one of my sons. Go ahead.
And David spake to the man that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killed this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine?
So he talking like in his big boy pants. You know what I mean? You're like, who the hell is this? Who's this guy talking over here? Like, why ain't y'all doing nothing about it? Go ahead.
That he should defy the armies of the living power.
Go ahead.
And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him.
Right, so they gave him the rundown. This is what's going to happen. The king's going to make you rich. He's going to give you one of his daughters, and you ain't paying taxes for life. Go ahead.
And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard what he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David.
So this is Eliab, right? This is his brother, David's own brother, raised with him. And what did he say?
And he said, why camest thou down hither?
Like, what the hell you doing down here? Go ahead.
And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness?
Right, where do you leave the sheep at? Where's all the sheep at that our father gave you? Go ahead.
I know thy pride.
He said, I know thy pride. See, he was raised with him. He knows. He thinks he knows David, right? He don't know what spirit's on David right now. The David's in a whole different spirit than what he was raised with. You understand? Well, what you think you know about David is over. He's in a whole different spirit right now. So he said, I know your pride. Go ahead.
And the naughtiness of thine heart.
And the naughtiness of your heart. See, these are things he knows because why? That's my brother. And was David this type of person? Was he prideful and naughty? From what y'all know about David, was he prideful and naughty? Nah. Otherwise, the Most High wouldn't have chosen him, right?
Right.
So, what is this dude identifying in David? See, now we got to get psychological.
Can I say it?
Just bring it out.
I'm not gonna say it.
What is he identifying in David? What is Eliab, David's brother, identifying in David? Boom.
There it is.
Right? Takes one to know one. You trying to point out in me something that's in you. See that? When we want to hate on somebody, when Israel wants to hate on somebody, the first thing we want to hate on is the things we can see because we know them so well. Right? So first thing a cat that just barely got some brand new shoes want to hate on is on somebody else's what? Their shoes. Right? Because he just focused on shoes. Right? So he knows you ain't going to clown him because he just got his together. Right? First thing we want to hate on is somebody's things they have that we lack, or negative things they have that we don't, or that we have, that we don't like in us. So he's prideful. He's naughty. Right? And he's looking at David like that must be why he's here. Because he's being prideful and naughty. What's that?
He's projecting.
There you go. That's what they call it in psychology, projecting. Right? He's projecting his feelings, his thoughts, his mental image of himself onto another person. Huh? That's why they say it takes one to know one. Go ahead.
For thou art come down, that thou mightest see the battle.
Right. See, you just came down here to see what's going on, man. You being nosy, man. What verse you at?
Verse 29.
Go ahead.
And David said, what have I now done?
He's like, what I do? What's the problem? All I did was come down here and ask what the dude's problem is. Go ahead.
Is there not a cause?
Shouldn't somebody? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Go ahead.
And he turned from him toward another, and spake after the same manner.
Right. So he trying to get everybody hyped. Like, y'all, none of y'all want to do nothing? Right? You just look at everybody in the eye. Come on, man. Somebody get up. Nobody want to fight this dude? Everybody scared?
Scared of Devo?
Right? Go ahead.
And the people answered him again after the former manner.
Right. So they just basically ran through the whole thing about how big Goliath is and how scared they are and everything like that, right? Why? Why am I going to keep bringing that up? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not fighting nobody. I don't want to fight that big old 12-foot Philistine. So what do I got to do to somebody who does?
You gotta like shut it down. You gotta give them all the reasons why they can't do it.
Yeah. I'm going to give you all the reasons why I'm not doing it. So I can put doubt and fear in you so you don't shine me out.
Yep.
So again, it's projecting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna project my reasons on you.
Yeah. I want you to feel my fear, right? It can't be done, man. You can't do it. Right? What did Will Smith say in Pursuit of Happiness? Somebody can't do something, they want to make you believe you can't do it. Okay?
Gone.
That's how our people are. That's how we are generally. If one man can't do it, nobody, it can't be done. Right? Do you think Jordan was the only cat that was ever able to dunk from the free throw line?
Dr. J did it.
Boom.
Brent Barry did it.
Right?
Rick
But
Barry did it.
why was it Jordan known for it? Because he was consistent in it, for one, right? And he made you think you could do it because he was little. He was a little dude doing big things. So he made you feel like you could do it. But before that, there was guys that didn't need a Jordan to show them to dunk from the free throw line. Michael Jackson wasn't the first one moonwalking. There was plenty of cats before him moonwalking back in the 30s. There's video of it. But he was a little dude doing big things and it made you feel like you could do it. Huh? See, that's the thing though with our people, we need this other outside inspirational force to tell us to do something that's in us. Huh? So his brothers are treating him like this, the Israelites are treating him like this because they need to put that you can't outshine me in him. They need to put that fear in him. Go ahead.
And when, verse 31, and when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
You say you're on 31. Read 28 again.
Verse 28. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the man. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart.
Right, so again, Eliab identifying in David some things that were just in him, projecting those onto him. All right? He knew the pride and the naughtiness because that's what he had in himself. So his pride got hurt watching his brother David not be afraid like he was. Okay? So now he tried to put that doubt and that fear in him and try to make him see himself as being prideful. Okay? Let's go from there. Go to Genesis chapter 37, verse 17. Genesis 37, verse 17.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 17.
We're going to read through verse 20. We're going to see a kind of an echoing of the same thing. And as we go through, you're going to see the pattern here. Who is Israel dealing with? Who are these righteous men having to go deal with, and who are they essentially against? Is it just the nations? Nah, it's our own people, man. Read that.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 17. And the man said, they are departed hence. For I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brother and found them in Dothan.
So build up to this. Joseph, he's out, his brother are out watching the sheep. Joseph's one of the younger sons. He's looking for his brothers. He's the favored son by Jacob. He's Jacob's favorite son. All right? And he goes out looking for his brothers. And because he's the favorite, the brothers don't like him. All right? So you got to think about it. If Joseph's the favorite, what does that make the other 11?
Lesser than?
Yeah. In their own eyes, they're automatically lesser than. I must not be as loved. I must not be as cared for. I ain't get no coat of many colors. He don't be asking where I'm at. Right? You just put me out here with the sheep and don't even say nothing. Okay? So the hate is building in them already. Just off of that. Just off of being shunned, seemingly shunned by their own father. Okay? So now what? Read.
And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
They did what?
Conspired against him to slay him.
That's how big the hurt got. That's how big the hurt got of them not being the favorite to their father. Is that I got to kill the favorite. Why? What did he do to you? He didn't tell his father to make him the favorite. And then rather than say, you know what? Why don't we be like him? Why don't we gain his character attributes? Why don't we learn what he's doing that makes him the favorite and emulate it, right? Let's copy that. Rather than do that, what do they say? Let's kill him. Let's get rid of the competition. God. Now Joseph didn't do nothing wrong, right?
Nope.
He's going out there to just like David. David came there to feed his brothers.
Just like Cain and Abel.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You coming out there to help. You coming out there to do good and just be you. Be good, right? And your own brothers are the first ones saying, let's kill him. Let's do hurt to him. Let's go into him. Okay? Go ahead.
And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh.
Right. Look, here come the dreamer, right? Mocking him, mocking what his dreams that he had. Go ahead.
Come now, therefore, and let us slay him.
What verse you at?
Verse 20.
Okay, go ahead.
Come now, therefore, and let us slay him.
Right.
And cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beast hath devoured him.
Right. You done with 20? Go ahead.
And we shall see what will become of his dreams.
See that? We're going to see what becomes of his dreams. So they envied that gift that he had. He had the gift of being able to dream the future, see the future. Joseph did. So they envied that. They were like mocking it, and then let's kill him and see if his dreams really come true. Like, damn, why? What is his dreams doing to you? He has something I don't. I'm just hating. That's it. Right? When you go out in them streets, what do you have that they don't? Think about it. Oh, come on, y'all gotta know. Y'all gotta know. What makes you different than the world?
We got the knowledge, we got the Bible.
Right. You got the scriptures. You got the Spirit of the Most High on you. They don't. Right? What did he say in Psalm? He said, they're as beasts before you. Man that is in honor and without understanding, he's as a beast. You're going around animals, man, caught in a damn bear trap. And you have what they don't. You're not caught in the trap. You're not bleeding. You're not hurt. When you go out there, you're not wounded by the whole world and ready to hurt something. You know what I mean? You ever been around somebody just mad all the time and you was happy?
Yep.
It made you want to be like, it made you kind of feel bad a little bit, like, damn, let me go somewhere else where I don't ruin this guy's mad. God. You like, hey, I'm over here eating good, feeling good, right? Then here go this nigga. Let me get away from him before I catch what he got. And then I don't want to make him feel bad because I'm in this good mood. You know what I mean? You want to get away from that, right?
I be wanting them to catch what I got.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You trying to give it to them, but they like, you know what I mean? What was that movie I was watching just recently? Oh, not Thin, was it Thin Red Line? Well, Mel Gibson, they go to war. And they had that real mean drill sergeant. The dudes, he coming in all happy. Hey, good morning, drill sergeant. He's like, what's so goddamn good about it? You know, he's just like mad all the time. Like, he comes another day. Hey, nice day we're having, right? He's like, what are you, the effing weatherman? Like, wow. You just mad about everything. You know what I mean? And he's like, make you not even want to be happy around him, right? Like, obviously, this guy went through a hard life. You know what I mean? That's how it is when you get around your people, man. You got that light and that natural brightness in you, and they're living like animals caught in a damn trap. You're free, right? You know the truth, and the truth has made you free. So you're not in the trap. You're not bogged down by sin and guilt and guilt from sin, and you know what I mean, and trying to cover up lie after lie and get on a hustle to cover up another hustle, and you're not having to do all that. You're not stressed like that, huh? So you're lighter, you're free, you ain't got that weight on you, right? Christ is helping you carry that, and you walking around people that are oppressed and heavy all day. If you ever seen the worst of it, go to Trinidad, man. Bruh, even when they're happy, they just look pissed off. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen so many bad looking people all the time, bro. It's just,
Or Louisiana.
yeah.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Just mad all the time, man. You would think it was the heat or something. It's like,
Or
what's wrong with
Texas. Or Houston.
you? Right? At least they smile here, man. A little. Trinidad is
Stone-faced killers.
all the time, man. Just frown everywhere. Yeah, I felt bad. I'm like, yeah, man, maybe I need to chill out. You know what I mean? I'm over here just smiling at people, waving, you know what I mean? Like, being nice. Like, okay, maybe I need to just push people or something. Just smack some people in the head or something. I don't know. Fit in. It makes you feel guilty for being happy, right? So this is what we're dealing with Israel. This is what you're dealing with when you're trying to help. You're dealing with people that have been caught in a trap for over 400 years. For actually a couple thousand years. We've been breaking the law, statutes, and commandments and been under these curses of Deuteronomy 28 for a couple thousand years now, man. We ain't happy. We're always oppressed. We're always the last hired, first fired. We're always the ones being stomped on, beat on, pushed around, shoved, right? So we ain't happy naturally. And we're hurt. And all we're looking at is who's going to hurt us next. Okay? Where we at?
Verse 21.
Right. Jump from there. Go to Matthew 13:57. So we're seeing they're hating on what Joseph had that they don't, right? They're going to hate on that light that's in you. They're going to hate on that love that's in you, that lightness that's in you, that freedom that's in you. They're going to hate on that and want to drag you down with them, crabs in a barrel. Right? They're going to be trying to drag you down to the bottom. Read that.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 27.
57. 13 verse 57.
13 verse 57. And they were offended in him. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house.
So what is he saying right there? Who can translate that? Who can translate what Christ just said right there? He said a prophet is not without honor, save in his own home and in his own country.
I want you to reply to this.
Give it to me. Come on.
So it's like he can go out to other nations and give them the same thing he was telling them, and they would rejoice and be happy.
Right.
But when he told his own people, they cursed and mocked.
Right. Now, let's ask ourselves. He said a prophet is not without honor. So the only place a prophet doesn't get any honor is in his own home and his own country. Why is that? Why is that? Why is it when you go back to the hood, your own people don't want to hear that Bible talk from you? Why is it when you go back to your family and when they get together for Christmas and you sitting there like, hey, let me tell you about what I've been learning in class, they don't want to hear that from you? Why is that? Has anybody been doing that? Because that's, if y'all don't know, is y'all got to be doing that. What do y'all getting this truth for? Y'all supposed to be going through all these experiences, I'm telling you, man. You understand? That's what you're getting the truth for, so you can share it. So you can get your family members and get your people to this level, to what you know, to free them. At least be attempting to. What happens when you do it? You done it? What's up? What'd you get?
From my experience, it's like they don't want to change. They think that you should be like how they are.
Yeah.
So that's been most of my experience.
Where do you think that's coming from?
From what I think it's just what they've been raised in. You know what I'm saying? They've been raised to think that that was the right way. And so when you try to teach somebody a different way, they don't want to take that. They don't want to think that that's the way that they should go.
Yeah, but it's you. You know what I mean? It's you. You're their family, right?
Right.
Why won't they hear it from you, though?
Because they think they know you. That you were here, and now why are you talking about all this other stuff?
See, there it is. You were here with me, down here in the gutter. Now you talking like you above me. I know you, nigga. You just down here with me. You ain't talking from nowhere up here. You ain't no scholar. You ain't no professor. None of that stuff you trying to claim to be. You ain't no priest. You the little nigga I used to have to push down the stairs and steal his big piece of chicken. Right? You the little dude I used to put my finger in his mashed potatoes so I could eat them. You know what I mean? You the runt of the family. You the runt of the litter. You the one we used to pick on, right? Keep the ball from you and keep hide your money, right? We used to pick on you, man. Now you trying to preach to me. See that? That's why a prophet's not without honor, save in his own home and his own country, because they know you, right? They seen your little butt naked self running around, causing trouble when you was a kid. You know what I mean? They know you. I know your pride. I know your naughtiness. I know what you were. You ain't no priest, bruh. Come on. Stop it. You was down there with me smoking too. You was down there with me drinking belligerently too. I know you. Don't talk down to me, bro. I know all your badness. Okay? They know you. That's the problem. That's why it's so hard to get to them, because they're looking at you like you're equal. They're not looking at you like you're up there no more. They don't look up to you. You understand? Remember, that's what they did with Christ, right? Hey, ain't that the carpenter's son? Mm-hmm. They didn't say, ain't that the Messiah? Bow down. Everybody bow down. They was like, no, that's the carpenter's son. They didn't even give him the respect of saying his own name. They were like, oh, ain't that Jesus of Nazareth? Nah, they was like, ain't that the carpenter's son? You can't even respect him to say his own name, bro. Right? Don't we know his mother and his sisters and brothers? You ain't no prophet, bro. You ain't no Messiah. You nigga number 3 in that family down the block. You ain't nobody special. Right? I gotta bring him down. I gotta tear them works down. Why? He looks like me. Everybody that looks like me hurt me. Everybody that looks like me got an angle. They've been trying to find a way to screw me over. Right? So he must be trying to do the same thing. Because I don't know if y'all ever heard of this word before. There's a word called altruistic. Yahweh Shai was an altruistic person. There was nothing, no guile in him. He wasn't trying to work no angle. He wasn't trying to do stuff so that he could get something in return. He was altruistic. He was just, I'm straight trying to come help you, for you. I benefit nothing from this. Christ didn't benefit nothing from coming down from heaven, the right hand of God, to come and die for us. That didn't benefit him. He wasn't getting paid. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, so you about to die on the cross. What was your signing bonus? Oh, I got 12 mil this year. You know what I mean? I'm just going to get some nails in my hands, and then we're going to go home, and we're going to party like it's 1999, bro. He wasn't Shaq. You know what I mean? He was gonna come down here and die for nothing. For free. Huh? What you got? Altruistic.
Altruistic. Showing a disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others.
See that? Showing a disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others. It has nothing to do with myself. Mm-hmm. It only has to do with your well-being. It's a mother's love for her child.
Altruistic.
Y'all got that?
This is a dope word.
Yeah. So it's a mother's love for her child. It's a father's love for his kids. It's what makes a man jump in front of a mugger between the gun and his wife. Right? It's what makes a woman lift a car off her kid. It's altruistic. It's all about the person's benefit, the person's safety, the person's welfare. Christ was altruistic. He was all about our safety, our welfare. How many people were like that before him? Just the prophets, right? The same prophets they stoned and killed before him, right? Because they didn't believe them either. Because why? What were our kings doing? They was being, oh yeah, he's out for us, but oh damn, now he done took all our women. Now he done took our kids and made them confectionaries, right? Mm-hmm. All the stuff all the curses of Deuteronomy 28. He's gonna take your daughters and make them his wives, and take your sons and make them drive chariots and plow his fields and pay taxes. All they did was hurt us, man. Everybody before just came to hurt us. All the false prophets before, the Dathans and Korahs, they was all out for themselves. They was all out to do for them. Huh? The Ahabs, right? Ahab got that brother killed just to take his orchard or whatever, right? Like, damn, bro. That's what the king does to his own people. See that? So we have been hurt so many times. Then, of course, all the oppressions, right? The Babylonians, the Assyrians, they weren't doing nothing nice for us. They didn't love us. The Greeks, the Romans, all that. None of them were out to help us. They didn't care about our benefit, our welfare. So all we were looking at was like, okay, so here comes some more people saying that they want to do good for us. So what's their angle? Here comes another man. Here comes this Jesus fella. He's telling us he wants to heal the sick. Why you want to heal him? Why? Why are you healing him? What can he do for you? He's broke. You know what I mean? Leave that dude alone, man. He ain't got nothing already. What you trying to do? You trying to get his last dime? Huh?
No, because they wanted his last dime.
Right, and then they're looking at him like that because that's what I plot on. Right. That's what I do in my broke down condition. I'm looking for your last dime. I'm hustling. So you must be right down here in the gutter with me, hustling. Right? It was Jesus of Nazareth coming out of Galilee. It wasn't Jesus from what was it? What was the good places? Samaria, or what was the rich neighborhoods? You know what I mean? It wasn't Jesus from any of the rich neighborhoods. It was Jesus from Galilee. Galilee of the nations, Galilee of the Gentiles, where every major battlefront was. That's where Jesus came from. He came from the hood. So he must be a hood nigga. He must be on some angle. He must be trying to work some angle to get at people. Can't be altruistic. It got to be something he's trying to do. Where we at?
Verse 58.
So he said, go ahead.
You know, it's like, just like you were bringing out earlier, people projecting themselves onto this person. It's like when someone has a certain ability, or like the angle that Christ was coming from, they see Christ and they say to themselves, well, if I had this type of ability and I had this type of power, I will use it to persuade the masses to bow to my will.
Yep.
Oh, that's what he on. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to just come with this fake front, nice guy, healing people, just so he can get us to bow to his will and follow him. He just want to build his own kingdom. But he was being altruistic.
Yeah.
He didn't care. He cared about the people genuinely, not for an angle, not for some type of come up. And I've just been looking at different definitions of this word. I really like this word, altruistic.
What else you got?
Oh no, it's just it was saying relating to or being behavior by an animal that is not beneficial to or may be harmful to the animal itself, but benefits others and its species.
Right.
Like the animal is doing what it's not doing it for a certain another animal, but just to help. Like you ever see like a dog help out another animal or another animal help out a dog? It's like it's not doing it to benefit its species. It's not doing it to benefit itself. It was just doing it just to help out the animal because it's seen it hurt.
Yeah, that's another dog like me. Let me go run across these 4 lanes of traffic and drag him across the road because he got injured, right? Ants. You look at ants, the colony of ants, they'll go march on a picnic and come back with crumbs and cookies and every damn thing else, but they don't just sit there and try to hoard it for themselves like a squirrel. Nah, they bring it right back to the colony. They bring it right back to that anthill, right? March it down and store it with all the other food for all the colony. Y'all see that? Why? They're not about themselves. But see, our people been so used to doing for self and having to be out for mine and rolling one deep, right? We got all them kind of, them little Texas slang down here. I got to roll one deep, homie. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody going to hold me down but me. All that BS that Esau don't live by at all. The white man don't live like that. They get together in communities, brotherhoods, country clubs, all that. Toast each other, tell each other how to work over a niggas the next way. You know what I mean? And this is how we're going to screw them over today, Bob. Right? And then they come back and next thing you know, your credit went down 50 points just because they had a meeting. Right? Your ability to get in a good neighborhood just went down 50 more points because they done conspired and found a new way to keep you out. Right? They do all that in a community together. Unity, right? Why? Because they're interested in building for their whole nation. But us, we've been trained in our head, I only want to go look out for self and self. Okay? We've been hurt and beaten into oppression so bad that all we know is I got to get myself out of the bear trap. Because ain't nobody, that's the new phrase, right? For people that want to be against the Bible. Ain't no God coming out the sky to save you. Right? You better get your head out the clouds, man, and get off your knees and get on your feet. Right? Because they want you to stop turning to the Most High. They done been so hurt by religion, lying to them and telling them as soon as they open the Bible, a Hummer pops out of the sky. You know what I mean? They've been so hurt and lied to by TD Jakes and Creflo Dollars becoming millionaires off of them being broke. You know what I mean? Joel Osteen's going to drive back to his $4 million house that takes over 4 city blocks. And you're going to go back to Bissonnette Street. You know what I mean? You're going to drive down every pothole and hit every pothole on Bissonnette and bust your car up just trying to get home from Lakewood Church. You know what I mean? That's the hurt we've been going through. Everybody that is supposed to be helping us don't. They only benefit off of us. Okay? So whenever we see our own people, we like, shoot, if I was rich, if I was powerful, that's what I would do too. I'm going to make moves and be all about me and I would hustle to get it. Okay. So now when they see you, you got it. You don't seem oppressed. You do got the light. I'm side-eyeing you. My eye is evil toward my brother. My eye is evil toward the woman. Right? Why? Because they must be on something like I'm on something.
Mm-hmm.
See that? They must be just doing whatever they can do to survive like I'm doing whatever I can do to survive. That Bible thing, yeah, that's a good hustle too. I know about that one. Right? Like, yeah, girl, come with it. What you got? Oh, Jesus is black. Oh, okay. Right?
You sparking different memories. I remember I when I was younger and I was really reading a whole lot and getting it, like everything that came out of my mouth was Bible. Yeah. And I went back home, and then my family was like, Man, you ain't changed. You still the same old Lil V. Man, you sound like Uncle Lincoln. And Uncle Lincoln was like swindling people using the Bible.
See? There it is. Everybody got one in the family. You know what I mean? Everybody got that one preacher, right? That made the whole family broke. Right? The rest of the family living in an orphanage, and this nigga going off into the hills somewhere. Why? Because he done juiced the whole family, deacon so-and-so, right? Bishop so-and-so. They done juiced the whole family dry. And he came up, and he forgot all about y'all. He right in your face when the collection plate's time to get passed around, right? But when when Big Mama sit, right? Where you at? But you couldn't even come to the funeral. You didn't come pray for her. You didn't send up a prayer in church. Nothing. Couldn't take up a collection for her.
Yeah, he took up a collection.
All right. But you took the collection.
Yeah.
Right? Took it up to your house. See, that's the kind of stuff we go through, and we all got family members that do that, man. Or people that look just like us that done did that to us. So now, here you come. Here you come armed with your Bible. And who do you look like? With the exception of your beard and your fringes or your head covering, who do you look like with this? Every other crook. Every other crook, man. Okay? That's why not only do you, we're going to get there. That's why a prophet is not without honor, save in his own home and his own country. They know you. They know this ain't always been you. You ain't always been in this uniform. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They know you outside of the preacher uniform. They know you from your stripper days. You know what I mean? They know you when you was hustling. They know you before you put this on. See that? So they expect the old you. That's why. Go from there. Go to Hebrews 7:14. This is exactly why they hated on Christ. Remember this. They hated on Christ. You ain't Christ. You ain't making bread and fishes. You ain't turning water into wine. You ain't doing none of the stuff Christ did. You ain't walking on water. You ain't showing them no power. You ain't giving them no magic tricks, right? So they ain't really seeing nothing different from you than the Mormons down the street that have been trying to juice the neighborhood dry. They ain't seeing nothing different from you than the Catholics, the put us on our knees and was going to kill our families if we didn't worship white Jesus. Right? They're not seeing anything different from you than everybody else that held the Bible with one hand and a gun in the other. Nothing. So you're going to be without honor in your own home, in your own country. Why? You look like them. You look like them and you don't look any better. You don't look any different. Look at this. Read.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14.
This is about Christ.
For it is evident.
It is what?
Evident.
It is evident, meaning it's a fact. Go ahead.
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
What made it evident? What made it evident that Christ sprang out of Judah? I'm going basics. I'm just basic class. What made it evident?
I say his hair and his skin.
Which looked like what?
Hair like wool, skin like bronze.
How do we know that?
We can see it. How do we know?
Yeah. How do we know what Christ looked like? We got a picture? Who got a picture? Anybody got a picture of Jesus Christ? Kodak?
We got Revelations.
There you go. That's how we know. Come on, man. Think. Revelations what? Give it to me.
1 and verse 13.
Get there. Remember, we got a new sister in class. She don't know Christ was black. Did you know Christ was black? Did you know Jesus Christ was a black man? Ramona? Did you know Jesus Christ was a black man? You did? Oh, perfect. Did you know the Bible tells you that? Yeah, we're going to go there. Yeah, go there. Revelations 1, verse 13.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So the Son of Man is who? Remember, we're going basic. Get up. Tell the class who the Son of Man is. Go ahead.
The Son of Man is Christ.
Okay, so we're talking about Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Lord, with the garment
In this
down to the
scripture.
foot.
He was what?
Lord, with the garment down to the foot.
He was clothed with a garment all the way down to his feet. So we're getting the artist's depiction. We're getting to know, hey, this is what a man looked like. This is what Jesus Christ looked like. He had clothes on all the way down to his feet. So he wasn't sagging his pants. He wasn't wearing a bra and some panties, right? He wasn't doing the J. Edgar Hoover. He wasn't doing he wasn't doing none of the stuff. He wasn't doing Magic Johnson's son, right? He wasn't walking around with a purse and a mini skirt on. He had a garment all the way down to his feet. Go ahead.
And girt about the path with a golden girdle.
So if you saw a person and you were having to describe them to somebody else, what do you start with? Somebody robbed you. You got to describe them to somebody. What do you say? What do you describe?
When you start.
Yeah, what he was wearing, right? What he was wearing, what you saw, right? So he had a garment all the way down to his foot. What else did he have?
And a girt about the path with a golden girdle.
And he had around his midsection, the paps are your midsection, he had a golden girdle, right? So when you look at that picture up there, that artist's depiction, he has a girdle around his midsection. It was to protect your midsection in battle, and it was made out of pure gold. So they're describing his clothing. Go ahead.
Verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
So the hair on his head and the hair on his face was white like wool. All right, so it was white in color and woolly in texture. Now, what people do you know got woolly textured hair? Anybody? What was that?
The Negro man.
All right, the so-called Negro got woolly textured hair. There's hardly any other nation on the planet that got it like that. So we're looking at a man who was clothed with a garment down to the foot. He had around his midsection a golden girdle, and he had white woolly hair. Does that look like the picture of the white Jesus you get? Somebody hold that picture up. Does that look like this picture? Is what we're reading, does that look like that? Does he got white and woolly hair? Nah, right? You can see that with your own eyes. What else did Jesus Christ have? Read.
As white as snow.
So he doesn't have a golden girdle. He's not clothed with a garment down to the foot. He's wearing a sheet, a toga, right? That's not a garment, that's a sheet, right? And we know what kind of people wear sheets, right? So he was clothed with a garment down to the foot. He had a golden girdle. He had white and woolly hair. That's strike 3. Keep going. What else?
As white as snow.
It was as white as snow. His is brown and flaxen. It ain't even white. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as the flame of fire.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire, like he was angry. Them little soft doe eyes look angry to you? Does he look mad? He look very peaceful right there, right? Beggarly. Right? Look like Matthew McConaughey begging for the last donut or something. He looks soft, right? That's not anger. That's not his eyes as a flame of fire. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now here's the key. It says his feet were like unto fine brass. So the man was looking at his feet. Is your skin on your feet any different than the skin color of your face? Little sis? Is the skin on your feet any different than the color of the skin on your face? Your skin tone is the same all the way across, right? His feet, it says, were like unto fine brass. The brass it comes from the color scheme of brown. It's about like this color, right? So it said his feet were like fine brass. Read.
As if they burned in the furnace.
Now, if I take this and burn it, what color is it going to turn?
Black.
It'll turn black, right? Is it? Okay, I'm just making sure. If I burn this, it's going to turn black, right? So Christ's feet look like this, burned in a furnace. So his arms must have looked the same way. His face must have looked the same way. But when they drew him, you got that. Sound like a bad artist, right? Like, wait a minute, that ain't what I said. If you said the person that beat you up looked like that over there on the sign, and the artist drew that at the police station, what would you say? We ain't gonna find this dude. We ain't gonna find him nowhere, because that ain't who robbed me. That guy did, right? So they drew that when they heard this. They decided to draw that. Now, this is how Christ looked. What you see on the pictures over there. That's how Christ looked. Not this. Those up there. White woolly hair. Girdle of gold, right? Fully clothed. Mad. Right? So, when you see a man that looks like that, have you been shown that that's a good image or a bad image? When you watch the news, when they always want to tell you who committed some crime, what image do you usually get? Do you get this image or do you get that image? Anybody?
Get that in.
You usually get that image over there, right? So now, when something bad has happened, and when somebody's done something bad to you, evil to you, hurt you, who did it? That guy over there. Right? So now you come looking like that to people that have been hurt by people looking like that. And you fit the description to your own people. Y'all see this? So you look like you look close to that. You look close to that, right? We going out there to people that look like that, and then we gonna tell them that, hey, we're the good guys. We're here to help. Bull crap. Right? What you trying to do? Just like the phone scammers when they call, right? Come on, man. I can hear your Indian accent. You ain't from child welfare, or you ain't from the Medicare office. Not in America. You know what I mean? Medicare office don't even pick up the phone when I call them. Trying to tell me you calling me? No. Right? So we automatically like, that guy's on a hustle. Right? It was evident that Christ sprang out of Judah. It was obvious by the look, not that over there, right? It was obvious by how Christ looked that he was just like the rest of the Jews. He was just another black man who lived down the block and must be trying to hustle. Must be here to hurt. That's why Christ was able to tell you, look, you ain't gonna get no honor in your own home or your own country. Okay? Why? Because you look like them. You look like all the stuff that represents all the bad things that happen to them. Go from there real quick. You read Hebrews 7:14?
Yes, I didn't finish it.
Read it again.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
See, it's a fact that our Lord, Jesus Christ, he sprang out of Judah. He came from the tribe of Judah. That's where you get the word Jew from, right? So he looked like that, going to people of the nation of Judah who look like Jews. They look like that too. So you ain't no different. Huh? Go ahead.
Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning Pisa.
Oh, then on top of it, wait a minute, bro. You ain't no Levite. You ain't Levi, bro. You a Jew just like us, man. Stop it. The Levites were the priest tribe. And you gonna come here and try to act like a priest around me? You ain't no Levite, bro. That's why even among people with fringes, you come talking to them. And they like, oh, are you a Levite? All right, they want to tribe check you now. Like, wait a minute, bro. I'm an Israelite just like you. We're a nation of kings and priests. You forget that. It don't matter what tribe we are now. We all called to do this. But now they want to tribe check you now, right? Or they want to try to pull that they're from Levi and act like they're better than you now. It's like, damn, bro. We're all of this nation. But they're looking at you, trying to one-up you. Why? Because what's in them? What the hurt that's been done to them. I gotta show I'm better than you. I gotta show I'm above you. I can't have you be above me. I don't want to be oppressed by nobody else. I don't want to be put in no push-up position, told what to do, given orders, nothing like that by nobody to look like me. I'm done with oppression, right? Even if it means that you're trying to get out from under somebody that's trying to help you. Go from there. Go to Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 5. So the problem with Israel, man, the problem with Judah, the so-called Negro, the Jews, was that historically we've been oppressed by every nation. Every other nation, every other people, including ourselves, is out to hurt us. They out to get us. So with all that history of pain and people inflicting damage on us, false prophets, right? All these people that came to hurt us, we just didn't want that no more, man. You don't want no more pain. You know what I mean? You wary of that, like, hey, no, I don't want to get hurt no more. Right? It's like a woman you roll up on, man. She been through it. You know what I mean? Oh, my last man beat me, and this happened, that happened. She's looking out for all your red flags right away. You know what I mean? You like, oh, my last man wore Skechers. Like, damn. I didn't even get to tell you what I think of you. You know what I mean? Like, I was gonna give you the sun, the moon, the stars. I was going into I swear, right? I was about to get on bended knee and do all of it. You asked me for some Skechers? You don't even know me, right? You get red flag right away. Why? Because she been hurt. She don't want no part of nothing that had to do with who hurt her. That's traumatic, right? They see you holding that Bible, the trauma comes back. That race memory, that hurt, that all comes back. Ezekiel 3, verse 5 and 6.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech.
See, y'all are not sent to people of a strange speech. If I dropped you into China right now, right? And you just jumped on the scene and you was, oh, ni hao, right? And you start dropping off in Chinese. Don't you think every Chinese people will be like,
Yeah.
you just start quoting Bible scriptures in Chinese. They'd be like, wow, right? When I do it in any language, if I drop any language, I'll say some Urdu, right? Oh, I'll your boyfriend. Hey, how do you know Urdu? It's not a hidden language that you got to go to the Himalayas for. I can watch it on the internet and find out what Urdu is. You know what I mean? Right, what do you mean? How do I know it? Right? They look at you like, that's crazy. It's a miracle, right? If you were to drop Spanish, they're like, oh, you know a lot of people, you know a lot of Mexicans or something. How you know Spanish, right? Especially you, right? They'd be like, what? Double takes and everything, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm Mexican. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You never seen a black Mexican before?
Oh yeah, he's been getting that in the mall.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah, so the thing is like, he's the Most High is showing you like you're not going to people that are of a hard speech though. You know what I mean? You're not going to another nation to be like, wow, this has got to be a miracle. Like Acts chapter 2, right? When they all start speaking in different tongues, it got to be a miracle, right? There ain't no way. These guys are just like us, but they over here are able to speak Parthian and Mede and all these different languages and wherever we came from. How they know how to do that? These guys are unlearned from Galilee. These is hood niggas. All of a sudden they learn it in all our languages. See, that would be an eye-opener and a shock, and everybody be paying attention to you, right? But you're going there speaking English just like they are. Uh-oh. No miracle there. You just like me, bro. You're speaking English just like me. You ain't doing nothing I can't do. You ain't nobody to be telling me what to do. What you mean, don't eat pork? Nigga, who are you? What you mean I can't smoke weed? God don't like that. Who the hell, how you speak for God? You got angel wings? I don't see no halo on you, bro. Right? They want to call you down instantly because why? I can't be subject to nobody that might hurt me again. Huh? He said, I'm not sending you to people of a hard speech. Go ahead.
And of a hard language.
And all of us got to understand that. We're not going to people where we're going to show them how miraculous we are by speaking in tongues. No, you're not going to people of a hard speech and a hard language. Go ahead.
But to the house of Israel.
But you're going to the house of Israel, man. You're going to your own people. You talk just like them. Go ahead.
Not to many people of a strange speech.
Right. You're not going to the Chinese. You're not going to the Japanese. You're going to Negroes just like you. Mexicans just like you. Right? Native Americans just like you. And you're going to be trying to tell them about something higher than themselves? From what? From a position of height? No. You coming from a position just like them. In their eyes. Okay? So this is, I'm giving you the mentality so you don't give up on people. So you understand their hurt, their pain, their background. Why, when you're talking to them, it's like you're talking to a brick wall. It's like you're talking to somebody that's just bouncing your words back at you, mocking you, making fun of you. Why? Because they're hurt. They don't want to hear it no more. Even though they need it, they don't want to hear it. Read on.
And of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand.
Right? They're not going to be speaking words you can't understand. Go ahead.
Surely had I sent thee to them.
What verse you at?
Verse 6, last verse.
Go ahead.
Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee.
See that? If I would have sent you to somebody of a hard language, they would listen to you quick. But the house of Israel ain't going to listen to you. He's warning you. He's warning you and preparing you ahead of time. Because a lot of y'all going to get in that situation, you're going to want to give up, man. Oh, they ain't listening, man. I've been butting heads with my family, and they just don't want to hear it. I remember Shamayala used to call me with that all the time, man. He just, you know what I mean? Every time he be yeah, I just got into my family, man. They over here trying to celebrate Christmas, and I just, you know, he mad about that, you know, because they don't want to hear it. They stonewalled him, you know what I mean? And then after years and years and years, he finally got one cousin to finally drop through. It was like, see, all that hard work paid off. Yeah. But it's like, one from a city, two from a field, you know what I mean? Yep. And the thing is you get frustrated and you get mad when you're not prepared. When you think it was like church, like, oh yeah, you just go out, you give away some turkeys, and then everybody comes to church next Sunday. Right? And all is right with the world. Nah, bro. Not Israel. They're hurting. And what's another characteristic of hurt people? Y'all never dealt with anybody hurt? Yep. Do y'all go outside? Nah, what's up?
They mask it.
Okay, they mask it, they fake things, right? They fake like everything's good and it's not. So you got to see through that, right? So you can't get tired of seeing the fake face that they do. Oh, I'm good. You know, like, nigga, you look like you're going to cry, nigga. Oh, I'm all right. Yeah, everything's great. They give you the get out look. The little single tear just, right? Lip quivering and everything, but they're good, right? Y'all both at work, you know you ready to kill somebody. You look over, they ready to kill somebody. Hey, how's it going? Good, man. I'm about to hit the club this weekend. It's gonna be off the chain. Like, they have no spirit in it. They just going through the motions. They telling you their whole rundown that they did last week and the week before that and the week before that. And the whole time, their whole spirit is empty behind that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're going to go to Red Lobster. We're going to live it up on some butter biscuits, man. Right? It's like they 2 seconds from that. If you ask them one more follow-up question, they probably kill themselves. And you got to be like, oh, okay. Have fun. Right? You got to fake it too. Why? Because they're hurt, man. They're hurting and they got to mask it. What's another characteristic? What's another characteristic of hurt people?
Overly suspicious.
The suspicious, we went over that. What else? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Everybody flow with it. What's that?
They're doubtful.
Doubtful. Overly suspicious. What else?
They want for you to feel hurt also. Like misery loves company.
Misery loves company. They want you hurting too. Why are you so happy, right? So we went over that a little bit. What else? What do they need? What do they need that they're masking?
They need to heal.
They need to heal, right? They wish anybody would take that pain away. Anyone and anything, they wish it could take it away. They're desperate to be healed. Okay? And if you can't come with that, what good are you? If you can't come with the healing, what good are you? If you can't fix the situation, if you can't bring them up, or at least make them feel better, what good are you? Huh? So, like, what do you have to do? What do you got to do for them?
You gotta be able to diagnose their pain.
Right. Diagnose their pain. What else? After diagnosis, you got what? This is the steps. You should write these down. After you diagnose the pain, what are you going to do? What's the next step?
You gotta set up a treatment for the pain after you diagnose it.
Okay, good. You got to get ready to treat it, right? What else you got to do mentally? Doctors got to do it. Rescue workers got to do it. We got to do it as Israelites. We definitely got to do it as Israelites. What is it? Mentally, what do we got to do?
I would say prepare.
Prepare for what?
We got to prepare. What else do we got to do? What do we got to do mentally for these people? You've hurt yourself before, right, sis? You ever stubbed your toe? Okay, you ever stubbed your toe recently? Did you scream like a little girl and fall on the ground, start crying, and make sure somebody came over, kissed to make it better? No, right? You just, okay, I hit my toe again. All right, gotta move on, right? When the little kid does it, do they do what you did? Right, when your little girls do it, what happens? Right, so, and they do that until what? Until you come. Right, and when you come, do you be like, get up, walk it off? Right, sometimes, right? Because you've been through it, right? But what do you do first before you even say anything?
What's wrong? What happened? Are you okay?
You ask questions, right?
Calm down.
But why don't you just grab them off the feet and make them walk right away?
Because I stubbed my toe. I know what it feels like.
You know what it feels. You understand, huh? You understand. That's where we're going to this scripture, man.
Empathy, sympathy.
There you go. They call it empathy or sympathy. It's just understanding, man. I think I had it, but I don't. I'm jumping, so I gotta find it. Romans 12 verse 16. Yeah, there it is.
If you get it, read it. Don't look at me.
See, because we get so busy being the hero sometimes, we forget what it was like. We forget to think that about the people we're saving and put ourselves in their shoes. Huh? We forget that once upon a time we weren't Superman. Once upon a time we were the ones with a stubbed toe. Right? We were the babies with a stubbed toe, crying our head off, bawling. Right? And all we wanted was some comfort. But when you become that superhero, man, you just so used to swooping in and saving people. It's just like, oh, on to the next one, gotta go, right? And eventually it's just like assembly line, right? You bring a brother in, yeah, I showed you the Bible, okay, sit down, you're good. On to the next one, right? I don't visit the brother no more, I don't call the brother no more, I don't talk to the brother no more. Next thing I know, hey, maybe he's an officer, but he probably left, right? Why? Because I forgot one thing. I forgot when I first came in, I was wounded, I needed comfort. I needed treatment. I needed love, right? LL Cool J, I need love, right? You needed all of that, and you got it. Read that.
Romans chapter 12, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Be of the same mind, one toward another.
See, be of the same mind, one toward another. Understand the other person. Understand the little girl that stubbed her toe. Understand the dude that already been smacked around by the world and nobody will hire him and nobody loves him and everybody kicked him out their house. Huh? Understand that, brother, that he's smoking weed to survive life. You know what I mean? To you, it's just a matter of right and wrong, but to him, that's a lifesaver. He needs that to cope with life. And find out what he's trying to cope with. What are you trying to get over? What's the problem? Understand. Because once upon a time, You had your thing that you used to cope. You was a drunkard, or you was a sexaholic, or you was you went fishing too much. Whatever. You gambled to get rid of that pain. Huh? So when you look at them, don't just look at them like from the superhero perspective and I'm better than you. Look at them as, damn, they're going through some stuff I used to go through. How did I feel? How did I want to be dealt with? Huh? Read that again.
Be of the same mind, one toward another.
Right. Get in their mind. Get in their shoes, as they say. Go ahead.
Mind not high things.
Right. Stop minding high things. Stop putting yourself like you the superhero and the messiah of everything. And remember what it was to be the one that needed to be saved. Get your mind out the clouds and get back in the gutter with the rest of your people. You know what I mean? Because it ain't nothing to go around hood niggas and start talking like these and thous and thou shalt not and thou shalt put that down and thou shalt not smoketh, right? But are they going to hear me if I go around talking like that? Nah, they're going to be like, who's this nigga think he is? Master thespian? You know what I mean? They're going to think I'm Jeffrey from Fresh Prince or something. Like, what's wrong with this dude? Who do you think he is? But it is something when I can condescend, when I can come down and be on their level, right? When I can remember what they coming from. That they don't come from Bible talk. They come from street talk. Or they don't come from love, a loving family that loved them and did everything for them and was ready to die for them. They came from a family to try to screw them over. They came from a situation where somebody just robbed them, stole from them, raped them possibly. So what do I need to do? Read?
But condescend.
Do what?
Condescend.
Give me the definition. Come on. Unless you know it, if you got that dictionary brain and you can just jump up and condescend, C-O-N-D-E-S-C-E-N-D. It means if you got it, do it. If not, give me the definition. Who knows it? What does condescend mean? And read it again. Where you at?
Romans chapter 12, verse 16.
Okay. Go ahead.
Be of the same mind.
Be of the same mind. Go ahead.
One toward another.
Right.
Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate.
So I got to condescend to men of low estate. What does that mean? Who got it?
Condescend to come down from one's superior position.
Right. Come down from your superior position. You're in a superior position knowing the truth, man. Knowing what you know and go and experiencing what you've experienced, seeing and tasting of the heavenly gift. You're in a superior position to everybody else, man. They don't see what we see. When they watch the news, they're like, it's the end of the world as we know it. Right? When we watch it, it's like, oh, it's Tuesday. Right? Oh, it's Matthew 24. We see the code in the Matrix. We're like, okay, demon, spirit, right? You got problems. Yeah, you got spirits on you. Okay, right? But when they see it, it's like, I can't believe they talk to me like that. Right? They get a nervous breakdown over the things that is happening to them and they're going through. For us, it's like, okay, right? So we are in a superior position knowing what we know. But what do we have to do? We have to do what?
To come down from one superior position.
Right, in our mind, not literally. You don't literally got to get in the gutter with them and get tattoos and cornrows and go do what they do, smoke weed with them. No, you come down from that superior position in your mind. You stop looking down on them and down your nose at them. That's what the Pharisees used to do, right? Just look down on everybody. Oh, how long are your fringes, Ak? You know what I mean? Where's your beard at? I just ran into this brother at the hotel, and he saw my fringes. He was like, "Hey, Shalom, Ak." You know. And then he real quick, yeah, man. The barber, he got me. He instantly started defending himself. And I'm like, I ain't even got to say Shalom back yet. He over there trying to excuse his haircut. I'm like, I'm not that kind of Hebrew, bro. You know what I mean? I told him, I'm not that kind of Israelite. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't here to fringe check you, measure your beard. You know what I mean? That's gay. I ain't you know what I mean?
hilarious.
Yeah, I know how it goes. You know what I mean? I've been to the barber before, told him to take a little bit off the side, just round my fro off a little bit. Next thing you know, he done gave me an edge up. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm looking like I'm in barbershop myself. You know what I mean? I know how it goes. You know what I mean? You tell them, take your beard down a little bit. Next thing you know, your face naked. You like, well, hey, come on, man. You know what I mean? And okay, now you gotta do the rest because you done shaved a whole patch out of my face, right? So I know how it is, bro. You gotta excuse yourself. You know what I mean? So, but that's the thing is, are we able to come down off our high horse, or are we gonna sit there? Yeah, right, brother. Oh, the barber got you. Okay, man, take your little heathen ass back to your heathen friends and go bring your naked face around them. You know what I mean? We gonna do them like that. Friends check them at the feast. You know what I mean? Oh, this your first time coming to class? Well, we're having a feast and you ain't got no fringes on, so get out of here. Oh, you're hungry? Well, kick rocks, bro. Good luck.
At that point, they might as well be coming through showing the Wakanda tattoo on their bottom lip.
God. It's crazy, man. But like, this is our people. We get so much in the dirt that when we come up even a little bit, all of a sudden we act like we're gods. You know what I mean? We're God's gift to mankind and everything. No, bro, you're still a man. You're still just like them. Look at them and deal with them like you're like them. Stop looking at them like they're supposed to be at some level. You know what I mean? We deal with, you know, for those of y'all that deal with new people and try to go out there and spread this word and do right by people according to the Most High, you'll see it. It's like, damn, man, I'm out here to help you, and you looking at me like I'm trying to degrade you. You know what I mean? Or make you my woman or something like that. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm just trying to show you what God wants for you, for your benefit. But they're hurt, man. They're so hurt that they can't stand you when they see you. Where you at?
Verse 16, last precept.
So everybody knows what condescend means, Con? Go ahead.
But condescend to men of low estate.
Right.
Be not wise.
That's it with 16?
One more sentence.
Oh, go ahead.
Be not wise in your own conceits.
See that? Stop being so full of yourself. Don't be wise in your own thoughts, man. That's how we do. We think of ourselves when we got these scriptures. It's like, oh, okay, well, I don't do those things, so I don't expect nobody around me to be doing those things. I'm better than everybody. No, man. Remember what it was like to be that. If a lot of y'all can't relate to this class, because I know I'm getting a few blank stares, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. This is something we should all be going through, man. Everybody in here should know the hurt of trying to reach your people, and failing. Trying to reach your people and they diss you, they reject you, they hate you. Everybody should know that. If you don't know it, then what are you doing? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be here to teach, right? Then why don't you know this? Why haven't you been through this? Why can't you tell me what this life is about?
Some are still riding the fence, baby.
That means some of y'all ain't doing this for the right reasons, or some of y'all are doing this half-assed. Excuse my language, but you're not putting your full spirit into it. You're here and you're reading the Bible on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and then you go home Tuesday, Thursday doing jack, Sunday watching the game, watching the fight. Not putting your spirit into this. I don't have nobody I'm trying to save. There ain't nobody you see and say, damn, they could use my help. Damn, for the hurt of the daughter of my people, am I hurt? None of that. Oh, I skipped ahead again. Jeremiah 8:21. Let's go there since I said it. This should be all of our mind state. Jeremiah 8:21 should be your motto, man. When you're in this truth, this is your goal in life. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is how you're supposed to be thinking. We had to drive on Bissonnette, man, to go to this storage shed, man. And you look out the window and this chick's walking down the damn street in her panties. In a thong, and that's it. A thong and a bra. You like,
You see, that's
It's
more than
like
what I see.
yeah, it's like heartbreaking, man. You're like, damn, why are you doing this to yourself, man? Why are you shaming yourself like that? Why are you shaming all our people like that? It's just sad. It's like, you don't have to do this for money. There's other things you can do for money. You know what I mean? But they out there just selling it. And it's like, it hurts, man. Or you see people in a situation and you know, like, damn, why don't you just go do this, this, and that, and make this move, and boom, you're out. But they don't want to hear it because you look like them. You look like a broke cat just like them, and they can't accept it from you. They're waiting for a white man in a suit to come down and show them the right way. They're waiting for Tony Robbins to come down with his big shiny horse teeth and be like, "You can do it!" Right? Like, they're waiting for all that instead of just like a cat that looks just like them saying, "Hey, this is what I did, and that's how I came up." No, that sounds too easy, man. I need a seminar. I need a seminar and a workbook and weekly meetings and a like, yeah, okay, well, we can do that too. Nah, not from you though, because you're black. Not from you, Mexican. Nah. I need it from the white man. Why? Because we've been beat down so much, and all we got as a replacement is, this is your educator now. Like we went through the other day. Who was your teachers in school? Some white lady, some white man. Right? Who's your police officers? Some white man, some white lady. You know what I mean? Who's your lawyers? Who's your judges? Who's your doctors? Who's your nurses? Some nation, right? So all we've been beat down and oppressed into thinking is they're going to save us. They're here to help. And the person that shot me looked like me, right? The person pulling the bullet out don't look like me, and the one that shot me looks like me. So I hate niggas and I love white men. If it ain't white, it ain't right. What's that?
That reminds me of that story with Lil Wayne. He had got shot as a kid. Yeah. And it was like by a black guy, but he was saved by a white cop.
Right.
So he kept that with him.
Huh.
As he grew up. And you can tell in the music. I mean, that's
right.
mentality.
Yeah. That's how beat down and oppressed we are. Some of our people, man, you don't even dream yourself. You know what I mean? You don't even dream your own people. You dream white people.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? When we see what's good and what's right in the earth, we look toward the white man and want what they want what they have. Right? Why? Because that's the oppression, how hard it hit us. That's how hurt we are. So when you come, you know what I mean? When you come with your cowboy boots and your tattoos and you can speak in the same Spanish they are. They ain't hearing that. They're gonna reject you right off. Why? Because come on, man. People that look like you took my family. They hurt my sister. They beat me up. They did this, right? They go to Jalisco or Michoacan or something like that. They don't look like you chopped up my family. They don't want to hear no Bible talk from you. You know what I mean? So we gotta understand our people's hurt, condescend to them, and put ourselves in their shoes and realize, you know what? I gotta come down where they're at and talk to them on their level. Listen, bro, I've been there. No, I ain't here to judge you, man. I've been there. I know your pain. Read that. Jeremiah 8:21.
Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 21. For the hurt of my people. For the hurt of the daughter of my people.
Right, for the hurt of the daughter of my people. Go ahead.
Am I hurt?
This is how prophets think. Because of their hurt, I'm hurt. I ain't better than them. I'm hurting for them. I'm not, I made it, so you can make it too. Just do it the right way and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like when they cross the border. No. I made it. I got help. What does this person need to make it? They need help too. They need my help. Huh? Yeah. We can't be like, Issachar crossing the border. You know what I mean? Like I brought up the last time, I bought my first Abercrombie shirt. Now, y'all should get in the country the same way I did. Do it the right way. Donald Trump forever. Right? Nah. I'm going to go back, swim that channel, and climb that fence with you. Show you how I made it through with the coyote, and show you how I got into the country. But our people ain't trying to do that. They get over here and like, I'm free, nigga. Oh, you got to do it the right way. You better get you a good job. Don't be trying to cross that border. Shoot him, Billy. Like, damn, you just learned English. That's what you learned? Right? Our people are sad, man. And even that, you got to be able to understand and be like, I understand where you coming from, too. You've been hurt so much when as soon as you came up, you didn't want to look back. I get it. But I can still talk to you. I ain't going to judge you. I ain't going to say you ain't worth it and you deserve to die. I'm going to say, you know what? I understand your pain, too. Kyle? We got to understand that, man. Where you at?
Last precept.
Uh-huh.
I am black.
Right, so for the hurt of the daughter of my people, I'm hurt. Right? I'm black. Go ahead.
Astonishment have taken hold on me.
Yeah, it's astonishing, man. You'd be so shocked. The things that are done to our people and the things they do to themselves even. The things they settle for. Like, damn, man. Really? Ramen noodles and Cheetos, bruh? Really? Right?
That's circumstantial.
Right? But when they got a choice,
I love Cheetos.
like, look, man, we gonna go to Whole Foods. Whole Foods? What's that?
You too white for me.
Right, yeah, you eat that white people food. Like, no, it's broccoli. Right? It's a vegetable. What's a vegetable? Oh, you talking white too. What's wrong with you? You know, uses the big old words. Like, damn, bro. Really? That's what you coming from? I mean, you know, like I said, go down Bissonnette. It's just heartbreaking, man. Like, damn, this is what you settled for? This is your life? You know what I mean? And this is what you're content with. This is what you're okay with. And you got to be able to understand it. But it's astonishing at first. It's like, come on, man. And it's heartbreaking. And you got to push past that and still help. Okay? Let's go from there. Go to Mark chapter 13, verse 12. Because this is what we're going to approach. This is what you're going to approach if you haven't already. If you have already, now you'll understand it if you didn't at first. If it hurt your soul so much you didn't want to do it no more, now you'll have some understanding. If you haven't done it, now you'll be prepared. So either way, it's a win-win, right? This class will be a win-win for you. Go ahead.
Mark chapter 13, verse 12. Now the brother shall betray the brother to death.
This is what's coming. This is what you're in for. The brother is going to betray the brother to death. So don't be shocked. Don't let it throw you off. Don't let it throw you out the truth when this happens. It's going to happen. Christ is telling you the brother is going to betray the brother to death. It's not betrayal if it ain't your brother. That's just an enemy. Betrayal is the one you love. Betrayal is the one you trust. Huh? Right. If you look up the word betrayal, it's not going to come from an enemy. Enemies don't betray you. You already knew they were your enemies. That's just enemies. You're like, yeah, you punch me in the face because I don't like you, right? But when the one punches you in the face that you've been working with, like, wait, hey, whoa, why? Huh? Go ahead.
And the father the son.
Right. This fathers are going to be betraying their sons, man. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, you will. And if you have, now you understand. Huh? Go ahead.
And children shall rise up against their parents.
See, this is the kind of lashing out. This is that animal that's caught in the trap, biting back. They're going to do these things to you because they have to lash out at you. They're trying to protect themselves and their pain. Y'all see that? So they're going to do that, man. We got brothers that got turned into the cops and, you know what I mean, got lied on and said they were doing all kind of stuff. Why? Because that person couldn't see them trying to help. You understand? Okay. I've been accused of it. Like, I help some people move into my house. You know, like, hey, come on in. And they sit there and talk to me about like, oh, you're trying to human traffic us. Like, what? Really? I'm trying to human traffic you? How much you think you're worth? Like, Found you in the gutter, nigga. You don't even work. Like, at least if he was, you know what I mean? If it was slavery, you know, they could check your muscles and put you on a plow or something, but you don't work. You smoke weed all day. Ain't nobody, that ain't a big market for that. I ain't gonna get big money off a pothead. You know what I mean? But the accusation is there. Why? Because you must be trying to get me. You must be trying to put me in a bad situation because that's all I've been in my whole life. And so I expect that from you. Okay? Go ahead.
And shall cause them to be put to death.
They're going to cause you to be what?
Put to death.
So it's going to get worse, man. It's going to be worse than just, hey, oh, here come that Bible thumper. It's going to be worse than, oh, God, here we go again. He on that Islam, whatever crap he on this. Here come that Hebrew, what's all the little, the Hebrew WrestleMania, man, right? Yeah, the Power Rangers, here he come. Right? They're going to come with all that. Why? Because they can't see knowledge, wisdom, understanding coming from a person like you. Huh? And they will lash out from pain. From a position of pain, they're going to lash out. They're going to be the animal trying to bite at your hand while you're trying to reach out to help. Y'all see that? Right?
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
What's going to happen?
Ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Everybody's going to love you wherever you go.
Ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Wait, by some people.
All men.
Right, you're going to be hated by everybody. Even people that's working with you, some of them won't understand. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that for them? You look weak, bruh. You just letting them run all over you. No, I'm helping them. Right? When Christ got down to wash the apostles' feet, what did Peter do? No, you shall not wash my feet. Right? Like, no, bro. Listen, if I don't wash your feet, you don't have no part of me, bro. You know what I mean? If I don't do this, you ain't with me. That's what he was trying to show. He was trying to show him, look, I'm getting down on my feet, on my knees to help you, bro. I ain't trying to hurt you. Give me your foot, dude. You know what I mean? I ain't here to take your little toe rings off. You know what I mean? What you doing down there? Get out my pocket, right? Nah, if I don't wash your feet, bro, you don't have no part of it. But that's going to be their knee-jerk reaction. No. I got this. I'll wash my own feet. I've been doing this, right? I've been doing me all my life, right? I got this. No, don't help me. Because what? There's going to be some strings attached. When Uncle Billy helped me, all of a sudden I owed him my whole house and my whole life, and he brought it up every damn Thanksgiving. Yeah, nephew, remember when I gave you them shoes? Black people love doing that, right? Mm-hmm. They love telling you what they did for you that one time way back. You know what I mean? Yeah, you remember when we was in 5th grade and I lent you my glue? Like, damn, nigga, we 30. Let that go. Let it go. But we love doing that. They love pulling that. And so when they look at you, they assume you're giving them this word, you're giving them that leg up, you're giving them that handout because there's strings attached. The other shoe's gonna drop. I know. See, he's doing it. He asked me for money. No, I didn't. I was trying to see if I could get some change to feed the beater so we can go to your court date that I drove you to. Sorry for asking you for a quarter. My bad. Right? But they're coming from that position of hurt. So as soon as you do it, red flag. Okay? And that's what Paul is talking about when he says you got to be blameless. You can't mess up, man. You got to watch out for their red flags. You got to watch out for their hurt and say, what are they going to suspect of me? What are they going to suspect of doing? That's why it can't just be words. Let's go from there. Go to, let's get through these scriptures, man. John 6:38. St. John 6, verse 38.
John chapter 6, verse 38. For I came down from heaven not to do mine own will,
Remember, this is Christ speaking. I came down from heaven. Imagine if you said, if somebody told you that. They came down from heaven to hang out with you. Why? Right? What? Why? Wait, you came from heaven. Angels, streets of gold, all that, right? To A-Leaf?
Right.
What's wrong with you? Huh? Why? What are you trying to do? Christ said, I came down from heaven. Go ahead.
But the will of him that sent me.
Right. I didn't come to do my own will. I came to do the will of him that sent me. I didn't come to do what I want to do. I didn't come for me. I came altruistically. I came for your benefit. I came to help. Can you imagine somebody saying that to you now in this day and age? You'll be like, especially women, right? Some brother just comes up to you. Oh yeah, I saw your tire was a little low, so I bought you this whole set of tires right here. I'll see you later. You gonna be like, where's the other nigga? Hold on, where's the white van? Right? he's trying to get me. What do you want? Right? Because nobody does that. Huh? But that was Yahweh side, man. Hey, look, I came down from heaven. Y'all want some bread and fishes? Y'all want some wine? Oh, you hurt? Oh, I got you. Bing. Your leg grew back. Your eyes grew back. What do you want? Oh, just go and offer to the priest. I'm good. You don't want nothing? Hold on, what? God? It'll be suspicious, right? Christ said, I came from heaven, not to do my own will, not to do what I want to do, but the will of him that sent me. That's our job. We're not here to do our own will. We're not here for our own comfort. That's the mindset y'all got to get out of so you can live this life that I'm talking about. A lot of y'all don't understand this class because you just ain't there yet. You got to step out in that arena, man. You got to go help. Get out in the streets. Get your sheep. Feed the sheep. Where we at? You finish that?
John chapter 6, verse 38, 39.
You finished 38? So, they don't expect you to be like this. Our people don't expect you to be about the will of him that sent you. They don't expect you, every lying-ass prophet, every lying-ass preacher that stole their money said the same thing. Right? And then here you come. I'm just here to do what Christ told me to do, man. I'm just here to spread the word. Yeah, so were the Mormons, so were the Catholics, so was, you know what I mean, so was the preacher that touched me when I was little. Right? All of them was waving the same Bible around.
Makes you any different.
Right. Now, look at this. Matthew 1:18. Somebody else get Matthew 1:21. Somebody else get Matthew 2:6. Y'all should know these scriptures by heart by now.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 18.
What was Christ about? Go ahead.
Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise.
So the birth of Jesus Christ was this way. Go ahead.
When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with a child of the Holy Spirit. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man, and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privily.
What verse you at?
Verse 19.
Read 21.
Verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Right. So this is the prophecy about Christ. The birth of Christ went this way. An angel came and told Mary, this is what's going to happen with that baby. An angel came and told Joseph, this is what's going to happen with that baby. You're going to call his name Yahweh Shai, which means Jesus, or he who saves. Right? You call him Jesus in the English, but it's Yahweh Shai in Hebrew. So his name is going to be Yahweh Shai, which means he who delivers, or he who saves. Go ahead.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
Because he's going to do what?
Save his people from their sins.
He's going to make that dough.
Save his people
He's
from
going to
their
chase
sins.
that paper.
Save his people from their sins.
He's going to get him a yacht.
save his people from their sins.
Right. He's going to save his people from their sins. Not his sins, their sins. That was the prophecy about Christ. But he looked like them. Remember, it was evident he sprang out of Judah. It was evident this was another nigga from around the block with sins on him that he had himself. Okay? So they weren't expecting him to deliver them. They weren't expecting him to save them. You know how many cats was named Yahushua back in that day? There was all kinds of Yahushuas. Okay? So he was just another one. He was another Yahushua, Joshua, Jesus, Joshua, all them names are all the same name. They're all Yahushua. Everybody was named Jesus. And none of them delivered. Only few of them delivered, so they weren't expecting nothing from him. Read on.
Verse 22.
2 verse 26.
Matthew chapter 2, verse 26.
What?
What happened to my Bible?
There's no 226.
So 2 and 6. I'm sorry, I put it 2.
Matthew 2, verse 6. And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
Right, so Christ's prophecies, his purpose before he was even born was to rule the people. Right? He was coming from heaven to rule the people, to save the people. Did it say he came to take from any of the people? He was going to collect taxes. He was going to take their sons and daughters and make them confectionaries. Nah, he was coming to be a ruler, a governor, right? He was going to serve the people. That was his mission from birth. They couldn't understand that. Why? Because it was evident he sprang out of Judah. It was evident he was just another cat that looked like them. Go to John 14:11. Gotta go quick now.
John chapter 14, verse 11. Believe me that I am in the Father.
Right, this is Christ. He has to beg people. Believe me that I'm in the Father. Believe me that I'm doing what God wanted me to do for you. Y'all see that? Watch, read it.
And the Father in me.
Right, believe me that I'm in the Father and the Father's in me. This is all about the Most High. This is all His will towards you. That's all I'm doing. I ain't come here to do y'all no harm. I came here to help you like God said to, right? Read.
Or else, believe me, for the very word's sake.
See that? He had to show him, like, listen, if you don't believe me for the words I'm telling you, if you don't believe what I'm telling you that I'm going to do for you, if you don't believe my name is He who delivers and I will deliver you, if you don't believe that, at least believe the works that I've been doing. When I came down, did I take anything from you? Did I ask you for anything? Did I ask anybody did Christ ask for anybody for a shoelace? And see, this is what you're going to have to emulate as a Christian, a true Christian. You can't ask for nothing in return. Y'all see that? Otherwise, they'll be able to blame you. Oh, he just did that because, see, I knew he was going to ask me for something. Nah, you're going to have to do for people and do for people and do for people. And a lot of times you ain't going to get nothing back from them. Who are you waiting for your reward for? God. See, because if I wanted my reward from men, would I do the truth? Nah, I'll go work at 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? If I want a reward from men, I go do something where I get a check, right? I go go join the church and give me a new car, right? Become a deacon. right? If I want a reward from men, I wouldn't do this. But I want my reward from the Most High. So this is the only way to get that. Feeding his sheep and doing what he said is the only way to get the reward from the Most High. That's how I get my bills paid. When they don't seem there is no way my bills are going to get paid. Huh? That's how I get knowledge on how to get out of a situation that could be life-threatening. You understand? When it don't seem like there's no way out. Why? Because the Most High, he'll take care of you. He pays you. Y'all see that? But your reward from men is gonna be what? Hey man, damn, I'm a little short this month. Yeah, me too, brother. You know what I mean? I hope it works out for you. A little pat on the back, right? Wait, but you just bought that new truck. You ain't got $10? Nah, man, I'm strapped. But what about the new kicks you just bought? You know what? I ain't even gonna make you feel guilty. I'm sorry. I'm over here pointing out stuff you bought. Never mind. Right? That's how the world will do you. That's the love of the world. Is they'll have it and won't give it to you.
Right.
You see that? So you're gonna have to learn that. Damn, my reward ain't gonna come from them. My reward's not gonna come from the next man. Your reward for feeding the sheep ain't gonna come from the sheep. They need you to feed them. Okay? Where we at?
The book of John, chapter 14, verse 11.
Read it again.
Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me.
Right, and the only way they're going to believe that you're about the Most High's business and that the Most High is in you, go ahead.
Or else believe me for the very work's sake.
You got to have works. You got to have a track record of doing good things. You can't be the nigga you were, pick up a Bible, and all of a sudden everybody's supposed to believe you. You can't still be lying. You can't still be on drugs. You can't still be you can't still be driving up and down this and that with your Bible and your breakdowns, with your soldier's test. You know what I mean? Nah, you gotta change so they can see your works. You know what I mean? So when you go back to the hood and you like, hey, listen, man, you know, I used to smoke weed too. I understand, man, but there's a better way. Really? Yeah, he don't smoke weed no more. You know what I mean? They can't be like, man, he lying. He just bought a sack from me yesterday. Huh? You have to change. You have to have a track record of works now. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
James 1:22. Our people are hurt, man. Our people are coming from a position of pain and misery. All that what you read in Deuteronomy 28 has come to pass. And they've been living it. And here you come with a Bible. That's your Band-Aid. They bleeding out the jugular and you got a Band-Aid. But it's sufficient if you know how to use it. Huh? Go ahead.
James chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word.
So how do I gain this track record of works that they can depend on? I got to do what?
Be ye doers of the word.
I got to do what I'm saying. I can't be a person that talks about pure religion and undefiled before the Father is to visit the widows and heal and help the sick and do all this, but I don't do that. Ooh, you got COVID. Ew. Right? Ugh, cooties. Right? Ah, nigga, no, you're dirty. Ugh, you smoke? Ugh. I can't be around you. I'm sorry. No, man, I gotta be right there in the dirt with you. Hey, yeah, damn. Whew. Yeah, that weed, man. What you smoking? That skunk weed? Ugh. You know what I mean? But listen, there's a better way. Let me ask you this, man. When you smoke, I was there too. Does the problem go away? Nah. Okay, so let's heal this way. Let's walk you out of that. Let me get down with you and walk you out of it. Not let me look down on you because of what you do. Huh? Can't be them judgmental Christians, man. Anybody that grew up in church, you grew up around that all the time, right? Okay, you come to church that Sunday, and you ain't been there, you ain't never been there before, and they just looking at you. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right? You already know that judgment. We can't be that. We got to be the ones that welcome him and say, you know what? Come as you are, but change. Come as you are, but let's get you to another level. There's something better. Go ahead.
And not hearers only.
Right. You can't be a hearer only. Y'all can't just be sitting there. Y'all should all have lived this life of trying and failing to bring somebody in. Trying and failing to get somebody to change their life. Or you're just sitting here, man. You're just hearing the word and not doing it. We're here to be doers. Huh? That's what practical knowledge, that's what that part of our acronym means. You're going to go out and you're not just going to hear it, you're going to use it. You understand? If you find another school that does it like that, let me know. Oh, wait, public school. I'm sorry. They teach you a bunch of crap you never use. This ain't public school. I got to understand y'all hurt. The reason y'all ain't using what we teach you is because you was raised in public school. Raised to get a bunch of knowledge and sit there for 8 hours and never use that crap. Use this. God? Break out of that mind state and use this. Read.
Deceiving your own self.
Or else you're fooling yourself. You're here for the wrong reasons. This is not church. This is not happy fun time. This is not summer camp for adults. You understand? You're here to learn a practicable skill. A practicable skill that you can use in the world to improve other people's lives and slightly benefit yourself. Slightly change your own life. Improve your life. Huh? Where you at?
Verse 23.
Isaiah 53:3 through verse 5. So we did Jeremiah. Somebody else get 2 Corinthians 11 verse 16. I need that one, and then we'll probably get out of here. There's a lot more, man. I wish I could go through the rest, but we gotta cut it short. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
He is despised and rejected of men.
So this was the prophecy about Christ. He was going to be despised and rejected of men. So you're a Christian, you want to walk in Christ's footsteps, what's going to happen to you? Class? Class?
Despised and rejected of men.
Despised and rejected of men. You're going to be the same way. They're going to shun you. Go ahead.
A man of sorrows.
You're going to be what?
A man of sorrows.
You're going to have what in your life?
Of sorrows.
You're going to have sorrow in your life doing this work. You understand? So don't get all bamboo, don't get all shocked and shell shocked when the thing happens to you. When the sorrow comes, don't do the why me and try to saw your veins open. You understand? This, you should expect it. Read.
And acquainted with grief.
You're going to be acquainted with grief. It's going to be your best friend, your bosom buddy, your lifelong pal. Grief. People are going to piss you off everywhere you are. Everything is going to be, oh my God, again? I got to tell you this again? I got to walk you through this again? You didn't see what I did? All you got to do was walk in my footsteps, and you couldn't do that? Damn. All you got to do is trace, bro. I ain't asking you to make a Picasso. Just trace. Can't even get that right. Damn it. It gets frustrating. You're going to be acquainted with grief. Like Charlie Brown, man. Good grief. Right? It's going to be like that all the time. Oh, my God. Come on, babe. Seriously. You live with me. You still on that carnal stuff? You still ain't learned to be spiritual like me? You still ain't studying? It's 5 years. You saying you love me and don't do what I say. Don't do what I do, right?
Con.
Read on.
And we hid as it were our faces from him.
And people are going to do what? They're going to hide their faces from you, man. Oh, here he goes. Uh-oh. Here comes. They're going to turn their back on you, try to shut you out the conversation. Nah, I don't want to hear from him. Oh, don't invite him over. Don't invite her to the picnic. Right? Sisters at work. Yeah. Don't invite her to the company get together. We already know she ain't gonna eat this pork. She ain't gonna be on the pig in the blanket banquet we made. God. She ain't gonna get drunk and take her skirt off at the club like we are. Don't call her. You're gonna be shunned. They're gonna turn their back on you too. You gonna cry? My buddy say, you gonna cry? You gonna squirt something? Or you gonna man up and do what you're supposed to do anyway? Or you gonna bend and break and join in with them? Yeah, you know, I do that Hebrew Israelite thing, but yeah, you know what? Go ahead, pass them pork chops. I'll take that little Christmas gift, man. So, we'll just say it was a regular gift, right? But you over here on Christmas. You took it from under the tree. You unwrapped it. Huh? You're a Christmas man now. Go ahead.
He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
See, you're going to be despised, and they ain't going to esteem you. They ain't going to lift you up and talk good about you. Then you ain't going to get credit. That's what that means when you don't get esteemed. You ain't going to get credit. It's going to be, what have you done for me lately? You know what I mean? Right after you fill their hand with the last dime you have, the other hand will shoot out. I'm hungry too. You know what I mean? This is just a situation, man. You'll see it. You know what I mean? Man, I put a roof over your head. But the AC don't work, man. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was running a hotel. I thought I was trying to give you a home. Y'all ain't got no food up in here? All y'all eat is this healthy stuff. Nigga, I did my job. I gave you. Okay, let me see if I got some ramen noodles that you're used to, and some Cheetos, right? Go get you your spread.
Hot Cheetos.
Yeah, you're gonna eat like you just got out every day. I got it. Okay, 33 cents a day. I can feed a starving nigga like you, right? That's what it's gonna be. They always just gonna have their hand out because why? If they could help themselves, they wouldn't need you. That's what you gotta understand. You can't look at them like, oh my God, they always got their hand out, man. When you gonna grow up, man? When's this gonna stop? I'm tired of you. If they knew how to help themselves, they would not be babes in Christ. They would be grown-ass people in Christ. Okay? They would be adults in Christ, but they're babes. How do you treat a baby? Like they know everything already? Oh, yeah, let him walk across the street. He got this. He can drive. Go ahead. It's cute. Watch. Watch him smash into all the traffic all the way down the street. No, you don't do that. You treat them like babes, huh? So when you get these, they seem like grown-ups though. That's the trick. They look like grown-ups. They're babes in Christ, remember. But in the flesh, they're going to look just like you. Remember, it's going to be evident that they came from your tribe, from your nation, right? They're going to look like you. Remember this. So they're going to have full beards and have childish minds. You understand? They're going to have a full body like you, sis, but they're going to be dumb as hell up here. Dumb as a bag of rocks up here. You understand? They're going to look like grown-ups, and you're going to have to sit there and say, but they're not grown-ups. Let me treat them accordingly. Huh? Where we at?
Isaiah 53 verse 4.
Right, and they're going to despise you for it, and they're going to constantly have their hand out, because if they were grown-ups, they wouldn't need you. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Surely he hath borne our griefs.
See, you're going to do what? You're going to bear their griefs. You're going to bear their problems. Like he said, the strong are going to bear the infirmities of the weak. That's your job. You understand? I'm telling you this because when it comes, you'll be prepared. When it comes, you'll be ready, and you won't flip out and be ready to kick somebody to the curb as soon as they don't get it. As soon as they don't understand. As soon as they don't help you after you've been helping them. Like, damn, I gave you gas money, I gave you some of my old clothes, and now you can't give me a ride? No. Because if they had the common courtesy and decency to give you a ride, they would have had one of themselves. The Most High would have blessed them with their own vehicle. That's why they needed you. Now show them how common courtesy works. Show them how hospitality works. Give them the example until they get it. Not until you feel they should know, but until they get it. Or they leave. That's your job. You understand? Christ did it for Judas all the way to death. He didn't give up on Judas. Oh, nigga. Oh, the angels already showed me what you about to do. No, you can't even pass over me. Who wants bread? Not you. That's who. I'm turning this water into wine, but your ass can drink water. Sit in the back. You didn't treat Judas like that. Judas was right there at the table with him. Judas was right there getting some dipping in the sop with him. That's why he was able to say it, right? He who dips in the sop with me is the one who's going to betray me. Why? Because it ain't betrayal if he ain't dipping with me. I know the Romans want to kill me. I know the Pharisees want to kill me. But the betrayal is going to be the one I've been feeding. The betrayal is going to be the one that I was cool enough to be like, damn, bro, yeah, let me get some of that sop with you. And sat right next to me. That's going to be the betrayal, and you're going to go through that. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
And carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken.
You're going to carry sorrows. You're just, all you're going to be looked at as the guy that got ran over. He's a doormat, man. He lets everybody get over on him, and he just keeps giving and giving and giving. When's he going to stop that crap? You know what I mean? You just keep opening his doors to everybody, trying to help everybody, trying to feed everybody, man. I'm tired of him, man. Giving away all my food. That's the haters. That's the one that's hating on you. Is the ones that they feel like you're giving away their stuff. You're doing something for somebody else that you should be doing for them. That's where the hatred comes from. Why? They know you. Right? Well, he don't treat me like that. Yeah, because you've grown, bro. I know you too. I already know your level. You know what I mean? My rib did that. You don't yell at them. You know, like, yeah, but I know you. I know you can take it. They just got here. You know what I mean? When you first came in the house, I didn't blast off on you. You know what I mean? They can't take it yet. They're babes. You don't start. The baby spits up the milk. You go get the belt. That's it. Great. Nah. When the baby spits up, you grab him. Oh, you let him spit the rest of it out on you, right? You understand. You lay him down. You wipe him down. Clean him up, right? You don't be like, man, grow up, damn baby. Tired of this. Tired of you and all your vomit. Nah. You understand. And you deal with it. Where you at?
Last precept.
You see, we gotta approach this truth when you're in that superior position. Now you gotta approach it as a parent. They're superior to you too, but they get down to your low estate. They wipe your little booty from your doo doo. They wipe your little vavas, right? your little slob off your mouth. They take care of you. Okay? They minister to you. That's what ministration is. That's what being a minister is. You understand? Is your ministering aid. Y'all get that? That's what we are in the truth. We're parents to this whole world for the hurt of the daughter of my people. You can't be in a position of having a daughter unless you're a what? Parent. Unless you have a parent. So we're the parents to this world. Where you at?
Last precept.
Go ahead.
Smitten of Yahweh and afflicted.
Right. That's all the credit you're gonna get. Oh man, the Most High must hate him. He ain't never got no good clothes. He ain't never got a nice car. He ain't never got nice things. Because you always giving it out to everybody else and they using it. Y'all see that? People are always using what you got, what you are, who you are. Damn, he always look tired. Yeah, because he up all night counseling. He up all night trying to help people. He up all day feeding, trying to deal with the sheep. Look how broke he looks. No, that's what you. But does he walk around in gold dripping and showing off the swag and diamonds in the earrings? You always look tired. He always got that look on his face like, one more thing. Snap. Right?
Don't give away my secret.
Right? Like the Hulk, I'm always angry.
When I tell you this water, I should not.
Gone.
That's exactly what I said to him.
Yep.
But that's the life. Y'all see that? You're not gonna be here for fame and glory. He's gonna be esteemed as looking like he's always run down. But what? Why? Because you're always building other people. You're doing the work. When you're doing the work, you don't always got that fresh summer's eve smile on your face. You know what I mean? Y'all remember those commercials? Right? Like you're talking about how you're bleeding and crapping all 7 days a week and you're just John Luke or whatever the hell they would say, right? Oh, that's the coffee commercial.
The 80s commercials mixed up.
God, been too long. But y'all see that, right? Y'all understand where we at? And like I said, if you don't, you will. And nobody signs up for this life and don't get drugged through this. Where you at? You finished that?
I finished verse 4.
You finished verse 4, read verse 5 real quick.
Verse 5. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities.
So you're going to be wounded, right? That dog that tried to rear around and bite you when you tried to help, that's a wound, huh? You're going to be wounded by who? By the ones you're trying to help. Huh? Go ahead.
The chastisement of our peace was upon him.
Right. In order for you to have peace, Christ had to go through chastisement. In order for someone else to have peace, you're going to get chastised. Why are you dealing with them? Why you even hang around them? Well, like they did with Yahweh, right? Oh, he hangs around with publicans and sinners. Yeah, and let me do me. Why are you crying? Huh? And you ain't got to skip a beat and keep doing what you're doing. Go ahead.
And with his stripes we are healed.
And by his what we are healed?
And with his stripes we are healed.
Not by his ease and his comfort, not by his good life, not by his gold tooths. By his stripes, we got healed. Y'all see that? By him going through what he went through, he took more than we were gonna ever be able to bear to fix us. So what are you prepared to do for the next man? What are you prepared to do for your family? What are you prepared to do for the brother and the sister that's working with you? Huh? The next one. What was that? 2 Corinthians 11:16.
2 Corinthians 11 and 16. And after that,
Y'all gonna have to read that at home. 16 through 31. Read that at home.
And
It's a beautiful scripture. Not yet. Y'all gonna read that at home. Write it down. Read it at home. Study it at home, please. That's necessary. Man, but it's all good. Huh? Yeah, we went past a little bit, but hopefully y'all join us next time. Maybe we'll do a part 2 or something. Get the rest of it out. But y'all definitely need this, man. Like I said, if you can't relate, remember it for the future. You're gonna need it.
All right.
Yeah, you know, it's like that with all these classes that come out. You know, there's always going to be a time when the Most High is he's gonna test what you've learned, and you gotta be able to revert back to these classes. And that's a good thing that these classes are online, and then you're also in here and you're taking notes, so you can just go back to your notebook. Oh yeah, I remember a situation was talked about like this in class. Let me go back to the note that I got on that. And that's something that I always did, and I still do it. So, my 2 cents.
As we said it before, is we're giving you the answers to the test before you get it. Got it? So the test should be easy. Yeah, y'all shouldn't fail. Any questions on what we went over? No? Y'all got it down? Mastered it. Knocked it out. Got it. Don't call me. Nah. No. All right. Well, you got any announcements or? All right. I imagine we'll put y'all hakudam for all y'all online. Thank you for joining us. Well, with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.